Hey YouTube, it's been a while, I know. But welcome back to another video. As always, for your host, it is me, your favorite misfit, checking in, making sure all the vibes are good, making sure you are good. And it's been a long time since I've posted on this channel, so apologies, I know. It's more of a soul searching thing and also a commitment thing that I'm trying to get better at. I've learned that if you really focus on the disciplines of stuff, you get really better at doing stuff like this, staying motivated even when you don't want to do stuff, and many more things. So expect more videos, because trust me, we're gonna get into stuff. Keeping that in mind, before we hop into the video, make sure you like and subscribe, and then make sure you're doing all the fun things to stay up to date with everything Trouble Misfit. That also means checking down the description below of anything I mentioned, and also follow me on my other socials such as Trouble Sasuke, which you'll be hearing a lot about today because today's topic is anime. Now, a long time ago, probably roughly maybe 2020, 2021, I made a video talking about anime pages on Instagram. And that kind of was my most popular video on this platform. Wonder why. But I want to appreciate everyone who showed me love on that video. And today I thought, hey, let's do it again. Let's talk about anime pages on Instagram. This time, 2022. Now, we're not really halfway through the year yet because we're only in May. June will be technically halfway through. But 5th month of the year still counts, so we're going to go into it and we're kind of going to hit on some of the same notes that we're hitting on in last video. So the first point I made in the last video was talking about templates and talking about the usefulness of them because it just makes your life easy. A lot of times we make themes. Themes are good. Themes gives us an idea of what to expect from people and what to do with them. Now, the issue with themes now is the recurring theme of just the same thing. So I talked about Twitter bios or the Twitter video templates that a lot of people see. If you're not familiar with them, here's an example right here that was pop up. They're just pretty simple. You just have the caption and then video or photo, wherever you want to put is there. And again, these are not bad things. This is just part of an ongoing theme that's been going on, not just in anime niches, but in other niches as well. You'll see this pop up when you look up for like sports memes or dark memes or anything type of meanish stuff. You'll see something like with a Twitter template, which is fine. But I also highlight that, hey, if you don't want to do those Twitter templates, that's fine. Make your own theme. You know, there's plenty of places you can go to. You don't need to be some crazy graphic designer to create a template. A lot of people like to use Canva. For those who don't know what Canva is, to give you kind of a quick overview, Canva is just a service that you can just type in. It's a free service that you can make templates on for free. I've personally dabbled in it. I don't use it per se. I dabble in it. I use it probably more for my work than I do for my actually Instagram social media pages, because I use a lot of Adobe Photoshop and Illustrator and Premiere Pro and After Effects and some mobile apps as well. I'm not saying, hey, you need to learn how to do that stuff. That just comes with my personal career. But I understand if you just want to start out, it's okay to use Canva. Over, if you're trying to focus on just mobile, Over is a definitely good app. I used Over hell a lot when I was doing a lot of content creation for anime posts on Instagram back in the day. So the app Over, that's owned by GoDaddy now, definitely still is a good app. But if you want a quick starter that you can edit on your desktop and mobile, check out Canva. It's good stuff. Now with templates, to kind of bring you back to the main point, templates is important to make, especially if you can make your own. Make one that's unique towards you, your page. Now, in a lot of anime pages, a lot of them have templates. There's more of the Twitter bio thing. A lot of them focus on Reels. Reels is important because that's more of a commodity now on Instagram. They really want you to harp on that because they're really harping on many people to kind of put that more focused on, since a lot of their features that they pop up now is more real focus, which is, again, fine. You just got to go with the flow. Go where the money leads. But in the case, also go wherever your content leads. Like, have still a good mixture of photos and videos and maybe some reels here and there, just so you can build that audience. But don't always try to relay on the wave of whatever Instagram wants you to do. Sometimes you gotta build your own wave. Sometimes you gotta see where your niche wants to do. Maybe your niche does not want to do reels. Maybe they want to still do a lot of post heavy or there's IGTV video heavy videos. Then do that. Don't always rely on whatever Instagram's saying, because 9 times out of 10, you might end up doing more than what Instagram thinks you would do, and your audience might go bigger than that. So keep that in mind towards your adventures on, anime pages in Instagram. The next thing I want to highlight is just kind of some examples of some pages I think do a really good job on anime pages. So now, give you context on me. For those who know me, you know me as Trouble Misfit here on YouTube. That's kind of my whole overview of my Trouble Misfit kind of persona. But I also have an anime page known as Trouble Sasuke, which Sasuke is one of my favorite anime characters, so I named my page after him. I cover a lot of Naruto and Boruto content. I use a lot of historical references in them because there's a lot of history to be learned from these animes, so I like to always research some historical reference to go with my post. So if you're familiar with my posts, I like to talk about a lot of stuff that is either in Japanese history or mythology. I've touched on a lot of different mythology. I've learned a bunch from Norse mythology too, which is really dope because when you talk about Attack on Titans, there's a lot of Norse mythology in that. So check out my post. You get to learn some quick history lessons. Just trust. Good stuff over there. Anyways, now with that, just give you an idea of what I do. I have some pages that I think I want to show some gas to because I think these pages do an excellent job of really establishing themselves in their niche and just exploding on it, or getting to the point where they want to explode on it. I don't know how these pages think about what they do with their content. They just do a thing. I think they do a good thing, and I show them love. So I think the first one I'm just going to show love to is the one I did back in 2020. Well, same person, just kind of different name. So it was Boruto 0, but now it's Boruto 0.1 because the whole fiasco happened to their account. But this is an example of a post they did right here. Their page is very mixy. They have a lot of cool, funny meme kind of heavy posts, but some important, some interesting in terms of the Boruto anime and manga. So I think they do a really good job of just appealing to the audience, their Shinobi Alliance, as they call. I think their audience loves them, and it shows. I mean, they had 60K, then lost it. Now they're building back up, and they're doing a fantastic job with it. And I know they do YouTube videos as well, so shout out to them. Check them out on YouTube. And yeah, I think they are a perfect example of really establishing themselves in their niche, because pretty much anyone knows that page. If you don't know that page, then you're not really doing your research to understand your niche, and specifically in Boruto. But that page does a really good job of just establishing themselves in the field. So I think if you need a reference, if you want to be very mixy, go check out Boruto 0.1. Next up, we got Uzumaki_Borosada90. Now this page is pretty interesting to me because of just kind of like I see some similarities with what I do that they do, and I think they do a really good job with that. So recently they did this post about a scaling between Boruto and Kawaki, if you're familiar with the Boruto anime and manga. And I think that post had some historical references with if you watched this show, Marvel's Moon Knight, with the Egyptian gods, they used that Egyptian god reference, kind of comparison between the two. They broke down the gods, how they kind of compared between Boruto and Kawaki, and I think it does a really excellent job of providing a cool little interesting theory that could potentially be true in the manga. And the post content on style really just fits what I kind of do, but also is just really informative. So you're ever looking for like LAKEY, any of the posts that person did for that post, or what I've done, you could use that for like a freaking history lesson or a project. I'm not even gonna hold you, because a lot of the stuff we're getting is not like we're just talking out of our asses. This is real legit stuff that's out there in the open. We're researching it, and this is it. So, Uzumaki_Borosada90, I think they do an excellent job. On top of that post and many other posts of just really highlighting some really key things in Boruto or any anime they really cover in their posts. So shout out to them. And like I said, anybody I mentioned, their links below in the description to go check them out on Instagram. And also shout out to them. You do good stuff, so keep it up. Next up, we got Uzumaki Boruto.27. Now this page is really good, just like the other Boruto page beforehand, or the Borosada page beforehand. They do a good job of just establishing their content, and that's the key thing. because one, the content is around that niche, which is Boruto or Naruto Pacific. But also, it's not a theme that's like, oh, I got the Twitter bio thing or whatever. It's like they actually use the theme, they created their own theme, and they're just posting. And hey, some posts blow up, some posts don't blow up, and that's fine. Have that little power up down scale. See what thrives, see what does not thrive, because the importance is not worrying about which post blows up. It's the importance is just knowing, hey, I got that feed going through. I got some posts going on some days, some posts not going other days. You get the data, you learn from it, you have a good time with that. Over time, you learn that a lot of the data you're gathering is good for you, because in the long run, the themes you make could come back again one day. Once you get to a future theme, you're like, yo, it's time for the throwbacks. And I think with Uzumaki Boruto 27, they just do a good job of establishing themselves with a pretty good theme. And I'm pretty sure if they keep going the way they're going, the sky is up. It's just, they're going to have some rough days before they have some good days. I mean, look at me. I got right now over 800 followers on my Trouble Sasuke page, about 3K on my Trouble Misfit. My personal has over 27, but my personal, for some fun facts, used to be my main anime page, but then it kind of just got shadow banned, and it went from 60K down to where it's at now. So I just converted it to our personal, just started a new account. But personally, I'm still excited to see how the slow grind up to get my respect back goes. Even though I got my respect already, it's just like, in a way, I think a lot of us still judge follower and like counts a lot and too much in their heads. So I don't, but I'm just curious to see how much quote unquote more respect I'll get back when people see that number next to my name. It's just for shits and giggles for me. But I generally, I'm just thankful for anyone who follows me and shows love to my posts. Enjoy them. You know, that's the end goal for me, because I make posts that I enjoy. I hope you love them. Same thing with your YouTube videos. If you love them, hate them, let me know. I'm okay with either or. And the last thing I want to hit on to kind of end this video is just some general thoughts and overall just some things to keep in mind. And I think the main thing I'll say is about consistency, because we all get told about posting consistently and how often you should post and all this and that. And I'm gonna keep it real here, man. Post however you want. Consistency is wherever you want it to be. Period. Consistency is literally wherever you want it to be. Do not worry about posting every day if you cannot do it. Do not post once a day. Post every other day. Post only Monday through Friday. Dude, whatever works for you, do it. Don't always look up everything. There's a lot of statistics that you can look up that feeds almost to every single argument. Find what works for you. That's the main thing. Just find what works for you. Pick those days, post. Look at your own data and stop trying to compare yourself to other people's data. The only time you should be comparing yourselves to others is just to see how your content stacks up to someone else's. So you can say, hey, I could do A, B, C better, but they do C, D, F better. The importance of understanding your own consistency is way more than trying to understand someone else's. Don't feed into the posting. This is the magic number of posting. Only feed into what your data is telling you what your page should do. Because trust me, that's the magic number there. You, not them. And also understand that you should have your own metric and value of how you approach your consistency or just posting in general. Because you should not let the mindset of others be your mindset if you don't want that to be your mindset. Sometimes their mindset sucks. Like literally it sucks. Like there's so many pages that really have these motivational quotes or quotes of some type of importance about telling you how this is the mindset that would make you millions of dollars. Now, 9 times out of 10, you can't fully adapt that mindset, because for that person, it's a different circumstance, different struggles. If your struggles do not fit them, don't feel like you need to fit their struggles. Fit the struggles of your own damn self and keep pushing, make content, and be happy with what you made at the end of the day. Because that, my friend, will get you farther than anything. That brings us to the end of today's video. First and foremost, thank you guys for just being with me. I know it's been a long time since the last recorded video, but I promise I'll be more consistent. That is 100% promise. That last video that said I promise was cap. This one is 100% I promise. I'm saying it to you guys, and you can hold me accountable for it. You will have future videos coming more frequently. No schedule like right now, but more frequently for sure. But As anyways, my name's Steven, aka Troll Misfit. Thank you for checking in. I'm checking out. And until next time, look forward to it. Later, guys.